going to get one more week out of hashtag Glenn's Not Dead. This is Cory, and this is the Anthem podcast.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rob.
Right up off the bat, this has been a crazy, hectic weekend for both Rob and I. So we're doing this entire thing over Skype. So this is the Skype experiment episode.
We'll see how... and once I move to California and leave you behind in this whole life, I guess this is how we'll have to do it from now on.
Yeah, so it'll just be like this every week.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe on better technology. Maybe not on a 5-year-old laptop that has zero available space.
Well, part of what is so fun about this, I think, is the fact that I have you like on the huge computer screen in front of me. So it's kind of now, obviously, there's no video this week, so it's just like this huge, like monolithic, totally like the future is now kind of moment, and I love that.
It's a TV from Back to the Future. That's
exactly. Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
I'm expecting any second, like "you're fired" written across, and like, no,
fly. You're fired! And a private joke for those of us who can't see me and Cory on Skype. Sorry about that. But we do appreciate that you listen. And thank you for all of your downloads, all of your listens, that kind words that you send to us in email and on Facebook. We really do appreciate it. If you haven't taken the chance, go to iTunes. Make sure you like and subscribe on there. Give us a rating and a review, 5 stars, and let us know what you like, what you don't like, what we can change to make this podcast better for you. And, of course, make sure that you like and subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher or Dogcatcher or whatever your RSS feed of preference is. Or you can always go to otheanthem.com and find the links there. And while you're on otheanthem.com, make sure you click through our link to Amazon. I'm going to make sure Cory puts that in the show notes. We'll be hopefully having a click-through banner soon enough that you can actually shop on Amazon, and costs you nothing, helps out the show, so that we can quit our regular jobs that are going to make us get up in about 5 hours. So
yeah. So actually, I'm off tomorrow, so that's good news for me. Yeah. So, yeah.
I have to be in court in 5 hours. Yay!
Oh, another place you can vote for us, or review, if you will, is the Mobbies, where we are an official nominee for Best Podcast.
And I got to ask you, how is it that we are in our third Mobbies and we're just now getting nominated?
Well, for one, the podcast is a new thing this particular run.
Right.
So, hopefully, this is just the first of many Mobbies that we win for Best Podcast from here on out.
Yeah. But now, listen, I do know that we talk a lot of sports ball, sports, beef jerky, trikes, sports. It's a special message out to some of the other competitors.
I think I wanted to take this opportunity, think about this like our stump speech. Like Nick Mosby gives a speech announcing he's running for mayor.
Right.
And like, here's the reason why you should vote for me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've all seen it before. I would like to make this the digital version of that for the Mobbies.
Okay.
So, in case you're just joining us for the first time, first of all, welcome.
Of course.
We're not as bad as we seem.
Cory's not as bad. I certainly am just as horrible as I seem.
We're not as street hard as we look. The Mobbies are out. You can vote on them. We are nominated for Best Podcast, Best Twitter, and Best Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why the
not
Facebook
deserving
page...
of those last two. Yeah, not deserving of those last
two. I don't know why the Facebook page didn't make the cut, but whatever. Since we started this podcast, both you and I have been wanting to make all kinds of different media.
Yeah.
The podcast seems to be the most constant proliferation of that.
Easy, but it's easy to do. It's a weekly thing.
It's a weekly thing. It's a chat. It's us talking about the things that we find interesting.
Right.
Because what I had dreamed of, we've always sort of dreamt big with Oh the Anthem. We wanted to make sure that...
We're super professional.
Yeah. Talking about leaving cell phones on?
Yes.
Well, I was in such a panic trying to get this to work that I forgot to turn that off. So thank you very much. But the thought process was, maybe we turn into the next big thing. Let's just everybody dream along with Rob and me for a moment here. We turn into the next big thing, and then you could say you've been listening to us since then. It's like if Steve Jobs had a podcast in the garage with him and Woz, you know?
Right.
Like, wouldn't you be interested in being able to see the entire journey weekly throughout that? And, you know, we've been friends for a long time, and I think there's so many interests that the two of us have, like sports and politics and... Sports ball. Cam Cameron. That seems like a weird pull. Yeah, so, I mean, basically here's the mantra. We're local guys. We're trying to make honest art, I would like to say. And we want to recruit people who want to make honest art.
Yeah.
And you've had your books out.
We have had books out, yeah.
I'm working on the feature. We're working on a web series. Right. We're working on more podcasts. And music, all of it. All of it's within the vanguard. Like we want a little bit of everything. And I think that anybody who wants to be a part of it is welcome in our doors. Right. And, you know, hopefully one day it's going to be actual doors, like
There are doors on the Anthem studios and deep below the earth in Parkville, Maryland.
You can just push the door open and get right in.
Right, yeah.
Not even a gatekeeper. Not even a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
But, I guess I would just like to take the opportunity before I even, you know, beg you all for your votes and just say thank you. Because I love doing this. I think it's a great place for us to be. I love having our weekly chats about the things in the news. I like how we hold off talking about some of these things until podcast time so it can remain fresh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and anybody who supports this podcast is supporting art in a way, and those are the people who are the real heroes. Yeah,
and I would like to encourage those, if this is the first episode you're listening to, join Katie, Carla, and Olivia, possibly our youngest weekly fans. Join Colin, some of our most immature fans.
Colin is more immature than the children. That's the important message to take away from that.
But I think we have a growing group of loyal listeners, and we do this for all of you guys. Like I said, I've said before, Cory had this idea 5 years ago. I wish we would have jumped on it 5 years ago, because no matter how bad a week is, we really have a lot of fun doing this, and you know, we do it for you. It's to bring you into our personal conversations. We've been having conversations like this for over a decade now, and now you're just kind of tuning in and joining in with us. So we're glad to have you, and I hope that you will join us weekly on this.
All right, so yay, vote for us.
Yay! Oh yeah, so make sure you go to the Baltimore Sun website, and we'll have it in the show notes where you can just click on the link and vote for us. So that'd be fantastic.
Or you know, Mobbies 2015. If you Google it, it'll show right up. All that sort of stuff.
But, and I think that they're using a hashtag too, not to count for votes, but obviously it'd be great if you can retweet us or tweet at us and include the hashtag Mobbies 2015.
Yep.
And, of course, you know, more close to home, coming up in December will be the Fan Fest. Mm-hmm. And I dread the thought that I think it may fall on the weekend. We're actually in Miami.
No, it's not that weekend.
It's not?
No.
Great. So make sure you come out to Fan Fest, because you'll be able to catch Cory and I and the whole O the Anthem crew out at Fan Fest. Maybe we'll have some giveaways or something to give to you while we're there. But at least you can come in and get a picture with us, and certainly with sign autographs or whatever else. I may or may not have been spoiled by the rock star treatment I'm getting from some of our fans who I've met in person.
Or come to Miami and take our pictures, like, clubbing about, you know?
First of all, are you planning on going to clubs?
Us and Pitbull.
Yeah.
Out there rocking the clubs.
What you want to do is you want to walk down the beach until you see two bodies that are actually reflecting the sunlight, and then you're like, oh, that's Rob and Cory, yeah. Oh, the Anthem takes Miami.
Rob's the one just walking around with his shorts in his hand going like, I thought this was a nude beach. I thought this was America. Come on, Come on babies, with the tops, let's lose them.
Oh god, I'm really looking forward to that. The weather's turned. It's getting hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. I'll be so glad it's just hot, and you can sit inside chain smoking all day.
Just being like, what's with the humidity here? It's like it's Florida.
Some exciting news in the city race.
Is this the Baltimore Corner?
Yes.
Where you get the straight dope?
As you know, we are your Baltimore podcast, and what is growing in popularity is our newest and most favorite segment, the Baltimore Corner.
Where you get the straight dope.
Damn right. So heading into Baltimore news, one of my pick for mayor, if I could pick one. And all haters on all of the podcasts aside, I'm a big Nick Mosby fan, and he is announcing he's going to enter the mayor's race.
Yeah, and I tentatively like Nick Mosby as well.
Full of fire.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's... I don't know if he's a revolutionary voice.
Well, listen, nobody in that race is.
And I think that's what the city desperately needs. It needs It needs somebody who's going to live by the term limit. Somebody who could run for 4 years and be done with it, you know?
I can agree with you and say I wish there was another voice. But if there's not going to be one, this is the guy I want to vote for. Listen, who is going to do anything to help the city who's already in the race? Sheila Dixon?
No.
She had a chance to do it. She's not going to do it.
She ruined it the first time.
Yeah.
She took her opportunity and made it worse.
So is there anybody who's in the race who's going to be that revolutionary voice?
No, I'm saying if you're asking me for like who I would vote for right this second,
yeah,
then yeah, Mosby would probably be the vote.
Right, and then that's going to cause a problem, we'll see, but could cause a problem, which is the only issue I have with him.
I could get fired at any day, so every single day I have to make it count.
Right.
And that's got to be the view of whoever becomes mayor. We can't have somebody who sits along with the same old, and the problems that have plagued the city for way too long. We got to get ahead of things. We can't keep falling behind. We have to have dramatic increases in a lot of things, like schools, for one, is just an absolute abysmal shit show. The fact that nobody can seem to come up with anything to cure urban blight, or the fact that there's businesses shuttering all over the place, that the level of poverty in the city is absolutely crazy out of control. The fact that we get so much of our news through little sound bites released through the naming of programs that come associated with hashtags.
Right.
Like the fact that the mayor's office for the last 6 years in particular have sort of been like, you know, we're starting our hashtag come up with a be more something, you know?
Yeah.
Be more active. Hashtag be more active. It's going to be about opening up new parks for city kids to go and have fun and gallivant about with other friends and not sell drugs.
And to cool off from their hot schools after the AC breaks.
Right, and they have a little logo with kids smiling in it and everything like that, but it's just bullshit. It's just it's something they're not actually doing things. They're just saying they're doing things.
Yep.
And then so we talked about this on an episode a ways back.
Yeah.
We actually talked about it the episode before Freddie Gray happened.
Oh god, yeah. So back in you're want to go back until probably episodes in the 50s, maybe.
It was March. Yeah. So it was dead fish, politics, that sort of. It was right around St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. Yeah.
We talked about the long and sordid history of Baltimore's racist public housing development.
Right.
And just today, the Sun sent out this Baltimore Housing Authority eliminates its Inspector General.
And for those who are uninformed, the Inspector General is basically someone who works for an office but independent of that office. And when the best way I can make them think of it is it's a whistleblower who's paid to blow the whistle, though, on stuff that they do.
If you want to think about it in another way, like you remember when Ken Starr was elected as like a special prosecutor
Right, yeah,
like,
exactly.
Clinton could have fired him at any point. He worked
It
for
looks
him.
bad. Yeah, but it looks really bad if you do that.
Right. This is supposed to be an independent investigation, and this is somebody who is supposed to independently investigate claims against the housing authority.
And they haven't had one since apparently last fall when they voted not to refill the seat, and they've just announced that they're going to be eliminating it altogether.
And it says here in the article, Housing Authority had an inspector general since at least 2009 and had been one of the nation's three biggest housing authorities to employ the position. Chicago and New York City still having theirs in place.
Right, and keep in mind, by the way, that Baltimore has one of the largest number of public housing, despite the fact that we're 26th largest city or something like that.
Yeah,
and so they don't have an inspector general, and lo and behold, now there's a huge, basically repair for sex controversy going on in the public housing.
It all boils down to this: there's no transparency in the Baltimore city government,
right?
And there's nobody who's. You know why I think part of the reason that Bernie Sanders is so popular right now?
Because he's a crazy old man who says what he wants. And
yeah, but I mean, he's very much saying, listen, I might only have a limited amount of time to tell you things.
Right. Listen
so
to me.
I'm doing it now. Like,
yeah.
You know, I could not be running for president tomorrow. I could die. I could choke on a hoagie. Like, any number of things could happen. So listen to me today. I'm making the best of the moment.
Well, and that's the thing I do like about Nick Mosby, is he's young, and I always, for some reason, I mean, Bernie Sanders is the exception to that, but young people are the ones who can say, you know, I have a track record of doing good things, and I'm going to continue to do it. Sheila Dixon can't say that. None of the councilmen who are running can say that.
I just want... If Nick Mosby could prove to me that he would walk into a city council meeting or something like that, or just like a committee meeting, and just like push all the paper off the desk and scream like, "What do you mean? What do you mean that the camera vendor who's going to be doing the police cameras is the same one who did our failed speed camera program? Are you fucking insane?"
Yeah.
Say something like that out loud, and then and then I'll be like, "Oh, okay, he's trying." Well, now the blame lays on these 5 people who aren't doing anything about it.
He has done that before in his position on the city council. He said, "What are we doing here? What is this? Why aren't we doing something differently?" And that's why I think that he'll be good. And again, he may turn out to be just another crony. It was, you know, the Baltimore Sun also had a story that said that, you know, we are passing the torch from the Rawlingses to the Mosbys, and that they're just the new Baltimore family. So,
I just...
it's frustrating. And like I said, right now he's the best. He's the best I've seen, and I like him because he's young. I'm not voting for him for what his wife has done. I wouldn't vote for him for what his wife has done. I'm not sure I agree with what his wife has done, but I'm glad that there are new couples who are caring about this city that no one has seemed to care about for a long time. Nobody who's in government.
Well, we're a couple of guys who care about this city.
Absolutely.
And we're going to keep talking about it every single week here on the Baltimore Corner.
So make sure you join us for the Baltimore Corner where...
You get the straight dope.
One more time. Baltimore Corner where...
You get the straight dope.
There we go. Okay.
Take 2. Landed it on take 2.
Got it. All right.
2 take Cory. Politically, I think Mosby kind of has an issue here.
Yeah.
Because so much of his candidacy is going to be linked to the performance of his wife in the trial, you know?
That's the sad part.
And if she lets all the officers walk, then his ability to get elected becomes a lot more difficult.
Even though it really shouldn't. But yeah, I agree 100% on that, unfortunately. So,
well, you know, we might also be in the middle of like major upheaval if the police officers don't get convicted at this point, you know?
That's true. It could be elections are a moot point. Decision 2016 may be deciding whether or not to burn the city down or who to vote for, really. So,
and if you burn the city down, then we can't save the Mayfair at all. So,
right. Unless you just listen. If you can go around and the fire department can go just to those historic theaters, that's what we'd prefer.
No, please don't. Save your theaters. They're a connection to our past.
Yes. And of course, if you click through the banner on the that will soon be coming to the website, you'll be able to help us help save the Mayfair Theater.
Yeah, just every single time you buy a vacuum cleaner from Amazon, we get that much closer
Yeah.
to recarpeting the place, basically.
And to bringing you more fantastic content like you've listened to this week. So make sure you check out old episodes, stay up on the new episodes, and vote for us on the Mobbies.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Link in the show note as well.
And if you want to find more Oh the Anthem, ohtheanthem.com, Cory at ohtheanthem.com, Oh the Anthem on Facebook, Mobbie nominated Twitter, Mobbie nominated Instagram, and the listener line, 443-219-7595, which is not up for Mobbie consideration.
What's that number again?
443-219-7595.
And you can find me on all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek. Maybe not Mobbie nominated, but nominated for awesomeness. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, available everywhere. You can make sure you check out robertncheek.com, where you can find links to my political blog, which these guys I've been hanging out with are encouraging me to do a little more posting on, so hopefully we'll have some new stuff coming. And everything else, including links to my books, which you can buy through a banner on Amazon.
All right, well, I think we've done good here today.
We've done something. I don't know if it's good or not.
All right, well, for Cory...
Are we going back to a classic?
What?
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Again, please do like and subscribe everywhere. For Cory, this is Rob. Have a great week, everybody.
You think I should run for mayor?
Absolutely.
All right, well, maybe let's talk about that next week.
The Anthem party. Da, 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 da.